prefer that all of this go away, that we not have an investigation. Let's let bygones be bygones. But you seem pretty determined to get the country to focus on this. Why is that so important to you?
Well, first and foremost, because of the actions of officers who responded there that day, specifically from my department, but also from the U.S. Capitol Police and some of the surrounding jurisdictions. Downplaying the events of that day is also downplaying those officers' response. And like Sergeant Gunnell said, some of the officers, part of the healing process from recovering from the traumatic events of that day is having the nation accept the fact that that day happened.
Some people are saying that that as public servants, you all should not be speaking out. That cops, firefighters, teachers.
This guy wants to defund the police.
Should not speak out.
Right here, a Democrat, right here, defund the police. Right here, folks. I got right here in front of me.
Well, I disagree.
There you go.
I've been outspoken throughout my career, never to this magnitude. As an undercover officer and a narcotics officer, I preferred obscurity in the public eye. However, this event is something that we have not experienced in our lifetimes.
Officer Hodges, I read your testimony carefully. I hope every American reads your testimony. But I noted that you referred to terrorists or terrorism 15 different times.
That's right.
To describe the people
not
who
Trump
were
supporters,
officers,
Antifa,
dragging them through the crowd, stealing their weapons, smashing them over the head, gouging.
Not Trump supporters, so Antifa, BLM. You want to defund the police. You want to defund the police right here.
But tourists. Why do you call the attackers terrorists, and what do you think about our colleagues who think we should call them tourists?
Yeah, you call them tourists. That's right. Democrats.
Well, if that's what American tourists are like, I can see why foreign countries don't like American tourists.
See? This guy's... You blame Donald Trump for this.
Someone would take issue with the
Democrat blamed Donald Trump for this.
It's gained a lot of notoriety in our vocabulary in the past few decades. And we like to believe that, no, that couldn't happen here. No domestic terrorism.
Right.
No homegrown threats. But
we had terrorism last year. All summer long, peaceful protesting.
Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 113, B as in Brown, Section 2331. The term domestic terrorism means activities that involve acts dangerous to human life that are a violation of the criminal laws of the United States or of any state, and B, appear to be intended to intimidate or coerce a civilian population, or to influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion, or to affect the conduct of a government by mass destruction, assassination, or kidnapping, and occur primarily within the territorial jurisdiction of the United States.
Well, thank you for that.
That's Antifa right there. Antifa. He explained to him. There it is, right? He just explained to him. That's just like Antifa, not Trump supporters. Antifa. And what's he doing? This guy's laughing about it. He thinks that this hearing is a big joke. You see, this is what he's doing right now. This Democrat right here, this communist Democrat you see right here, folks, he is condoning terrorism, the word terrorism. What do you call it? He said, travelers, whatever he just said. Whatever he just said is representing BLM, these terrorist organizations, cancel culture. Mob, angry mob, defunding the police, defunding the police department now, defunding EMTs, defunding nurses, doctors. You gotta be kidding me. Really? That's what they're doing now. Instead of defunding the police, now they want to defund the law enforcement, the firefighters, EMTs. You gotta be kidding me. This guy thinks this guy thinks it's laughable. It's a joke. It's not. When you defund our law enforcement, you are defunding this country. our freedom, our liberty rights. And you're also defying the military too, as well. This guy wants to do. He thinks it's great. He thinks it's funny to actually defund the VFW. He thinks it's funny when we're going to defund our the Second Amendment of the Constitution. He thinks it's funny. He thinks it's funny when he actually defund the NRA, who actually supports, you know, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. That's the only way you're going to stop these terrorists. But this guy thinks it's funny. This guy's laughing about it. He thinks it's a real joke. You see, this woman here with a face mask. See, these people, when wearing face masks, they're terrorists too. Thank you for watching that Patriot Concern News Network. Take care. Bye-bye. And remember, BLM was responsible for January 6th. Antifa, not Trump supporters. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.